What the fuck?
Ladies and gentlemen, this is What the Fuck Are We Talking About? And I am the man with his dick in his hand, the dude with no lube, and the buck who likes to fuck. A-Rod.
The host with the most Facebook posts. The adult male, fresh out on bail. Straight out of jail, California dreaming. When I step on the scene, hear them hoochies screaming. Fiending for money and alcohol, the life of the West Side. Play it where cowards die, and it's all ball.
Bro, what you talking about?
Pardon me. Petty, hard, away.
What the fuck?
What the fuck are we talking about? The show about what the fuck?
What the fuck?
Ladies and gentlemen, this is What the Fuck Are We Talking About? And I am the man with his dick in his hand, the dude with no lube, and the buck who likes to fuck. A-Rod.
The host with the most Facebook posts. The adult male, fresh out on bail. Straight out of jail, California dreaming. When I step on the scene, hear them hoochies screaming.
Very slow for you guys.
Fiending for money and alcohol,
That's what I got at the barbershop.
the life of the West Side. Play it where cowards die, and it's all ball.
Bro, what you talking about?
Pardon me. Petty, hard, away.
What the fuck?
Ooh, with the slow fade right on time. On time for your mind. Microphone checker.
Yep.
1 2 1 2. L'chaim. We are here clearing our throats.
Yeah, let me clear my throat.
Aha.
Thank you. He cleared it. That's good.
We are back 1 time for your mind, 2 times for your sister's mind.
That's a great way to put it. But yeah, we're back. Sorry, I was sharing the post and getting all the social media nonsense out there. What the fuck are we talking about? Episode 104
That's a lot.
of fucking shows.
We've
Jesus.
done a lot of shows. And it shows.
It shows with how many shows
We have done.
we've done. Yeah. Anyway, follow us on iTunes, on Facebook, Petty Hardaway, just Aaron DeLong.
The
YouTube,
Instagram.
Instagram.
I've been trying to get some more content on the IG.
Yeah. Maybe iTunes could use an update as well.
It could.
It probably should.
It very well
Yeah.
should.
it needs to.
I know. It's been
It's been
like 6 months.
It's been a while. I think I went back and it was episode 80 something or possibly 70 something that was last
we got
uploaded. But
got
that means that there's 70 some episodes up there already that are free to listen to.
that are classics.
Yeah. Some bangers.
They are.
But so fucking basketball's back in like a week and a half. It's pretty cool.
Is it?
Yeah.
Are they gonna play
July 29th they're playing in the bubble in Florida.
in the bubble?
Yep.
I haven't been paying attention to what's going on at all.
Yeah.
What's happening? Explain it.
So I guess they
have a big bubble.
The players are playing in like a confined area, and they're playing on
It's
several
called a
different
stadium.
Courts. No, it's a bunch of different courts, and like I guess they're all staying there, and they're gonna finish out the season in the bubble. And yeah, it's basketball. It's competitive basketball that it's just something to watch. I watch so much fucking old UFC and a couple Yankees games
Do you
and
think
some
it's
other
gonna
shit.
last?
What?
How many weeks do you think they're gonna play?
They're only. I don't know how many weeks they said they were playing anyway, but it's not gonna be that long.
Once somebody the large tests positive, because they're gonna be testing these guys fucking constantly.
Yeah, they are. And nobody. I haven't heard of. And like I worked all day. I haven't been home. I haven't checked, so I don't know if anybody's tested positive since and that's been there. But if you're staying in there and if everybody stays in that confined space for that long and nobody gets sick, then everything's okay, right? So it's a good test in my opinion as well. And we get basketball.
And
it's
they
a
test-
fucking win-win.
The blacks get tested first.
Everybody gets tested, but
There's only like 4 white guys in the NBA.
yeah. And they're all
And
not they're all not from America.
No, none.
They're all
There's like
of European
0
descent
white
and actually
Americans
from Europe
in the
yeah.
NBA.
Yeah, you're right.
What a shame.
Yeah. It's
We went from not allowing them at all to we're not even in there.
it'll
We
That'll
aren't
be nice.
even.
No.
We don't own any of the teams.
baseball will be coming back soon as well. I hope football does. I mean, the Eagles are going to play in an empty stadium, and I assume a lot of other teams are going to
Oh my
follow
God.
suit with that.
My prediction still stands. They attempt 1 week, and then it gets shut down.
Yeah. I don't know. They do empty stadiums this season. I think that it'll stick. Because the only risk that's really being taken are the field workers, the NFL personnel, and the players themselves. That's it. The fans can't do anything. Who the fuck else is going to get sick? So even if a couple players get sick here or there, as long as it's not like 100, 150, or
I
if,
mean,
if
it's
someone
not even real.
dies,
No
like
one's- no
maybe.
one- no one's
but-
even sick.
but-
They wouldn't be out there suited up.
Yeah. So I don't know. It's a weird fucking situation. Still,
It's not
It's
even-
going to be for I don't know ever.
Going
Who
forward.
the fuck knows? I don't know. So, but I'm hoping the
know, who
fucking season
knows?
still at least happens. I'm hoping it happens. So fingers fucking crossed.
I'm not optimistic about it at all.
Yeah, I know. Because I have the other fantasy league, and I'm going to send a message out in the next couple of days probably like, hey, I still want to do it if everybody's in. If not, I have the buy-ins from last year from all the winners because they just let me keep their buy-ins so I can just give them all that, and we can just hopefully pick up again the following year.
Right.
But,
If America's still here.
I mean, it'll be here.
I mean, the land will still be here.
Yeah. I think, and, like,
But we might have a, I don't know.
it'll be America.
Who
It'll
knows?
be America.
We might not have organized sports anymore.
That would really hurt a lot of like revenue and a lot of things in this country. Because if you think about how much money the NFL, Major League Baseball, basketball generates,
Like $6.
yeah, give or take, like some billions, But no, they generate a lot of. There's jobs. I mean, there's just so much involved with shutting down something that big. And it's something that every country has. They have organized sports of some sort. Most of them it's soccer or like rugby or cricket or something.
Yeah, and that's gay.
But, yeah, those are stupid. Ours are way better. So let's just keep them and try to bring them back. And I think it will. Like, again, especially if this bubble shit works, then they're going to be like, all right, well, fuck it. We can do it with football. Then players can play games. They can, like they'll set up the games where like maybe the team will have to fly to wherever they're playing. And they're there for a week or whatever. Like, I don't know how they're going to do it.
It's
but
gonna be
whatever. It might be a little fucking convoluted, but we'll figure it out.
They're gonna shut.
They're
it.
going to figure it out.
They're gonna shut it down this year for sure. I can almost guarantee it.
I don't know, man. It's weird. It's just fucking weird. And you know what's fucked up? I think the decision will eventually come down to
There's
something.
too much shit going on. They don't know if they can stand or sit for the anthem. They don't know if they're gonna play whatever they said the black anthem is.
Yeah, I know.
And
it's just
they're gonna play Duda Brown, and then they're gonna play the national anthem, the regular one, and then
it's weird.
and then nobody knows whether to kneel or stand, and then nobody knows if they could touch each other, and it's just gonna all be fucked.
Yeah, It's a real fucked situation right now, but
It's gonna be like
low-key-
even with no crowd, it's gonna be so gay.
Yeah.
Like that takes all the energy out of the game.
It kind of does. I agree. I mean, I've talked about wrestling on here before, how weird it is to watch in an empty arena. And now what they do is they have like whoever the staff is and the people that are traveling there that want to bring their family, they're in the crowd with like plexiglass in front of them.
Yeah, so
And
stupid.
So there's a crowd at least now with some reactions, but before it was weird because there was no reactions.
Yeah, I seen.
It was very odd. You can hear them talking to each other, and it was just
Yeah.
very weird.
Like slap me softly.
Yeah. But no, it was just odd. It was odd. I didn't care for it, and it's a weird look. And basketball is going to be very similar to that, but I don't know. I'm excited I get to watch it. What's cool is I'm going to be on vacation when it happens, and the bars and everything are open where I'm going. So, and there's no travel ban, so I don't have to come back and fucking. I told my boss already. I'm like, yo, I'm going to New York for vacation. And if while I'm there, there's some shit where I have to come back and quarantine, I'm not fucking quarantining.
No.
I'm just going to lie to you and tell you I didn't go to New York. I went to the Poconos instead and stayed in state. The fuck? Like, ask me for receipts or some shit. Or like, fuck out of here. Come on.
It's all dumb and gay. You need a permission slip.
Yeah, I mean,
Can you sign it? Sign my permission slip.
it's nonsense. It's nonsense. We're going with family. And the only times
Did
I'm
you
really,
ask your mom if you could go?
I did. I'm bringing her with.
No. Did you get permission though?
I did.
Okay.
And then I was like, would you want to come? That's how I got her to let me go. I was like, you can come with.
Yeah.
You
And
know,
then she signed it.
She's like, all right. Well, then that's it. Then you can go.
It's fine.
Yeah. But
Bedtime's at 7.
yeah, it's going to be great.
You have to ride on the back of the bus.
That's fine. No problem. Yeah, right. I got to drive and tow a trailer.
Yeah.
Yep. I towed trailers when I worked for the carnival, so.
I
no
know. Plus you
problem.
live in one.
I mean, I don't live in a trailer. I have a house.
Oh shit.
Yep.
I thought you were trailer trash.
Nope. Nah, I bought a house.
You look like it.
Thanks. Appreciate that. I've been working hard on that.
You have.
Thanks.
Long
I mean,
time.
yeah, I know. I've been working.
What are your
on that.
long time goals?
Yeah, is to look like that. So the fact that you said, thank you.
Exactly.
Mission accomplished.
It is.
Good stuff.
And we found out that we are family.
Yeah, that's fucking wild. That's so
Finally confirmed.
wild. That's so wild. Yeah, it's really crazy, and that's nuts that you found that lineage. So the pictures you found, were they taken in America or in whatever country the fuck they're from?
Who the fuck knows? They were in one of my mom's old photo
Yeah,
albums.
it's crazy. So you don't even know if those pictures are from where they're all from, or if that was taken in America after they came here.
I have no idea.
No, that's crazy.
No idea.
That's cool. That's interesting to look into, you know?
Yeah, just look at their faces. You're like, oh
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah, I guess I should.
Even
kinda,
though that
you know-
guy's not your blood,
Yeah, I know.
he still kind of looks like you.
That's, well, which is kind of awkward and a little weird, but that's okay. I would like to find out like the lineage on my real father's side, like my biological father's side, just so I can know what I am and like know.
Yeah.
It'd just be good to know.
Yeah, for sure.
So whatever.
You can look it up.
All that shit got mad weird. I was watching a show on History Channel, and they were talking about how like it was right around like the end of World War I, and then kind of going into World War II, when people started losing their lineage, because so many people were like fleeing to America.
Yeah,
and there were so many wars going on that people were going all over the place that they just started having babies all over the place, and the lineage got lost, and then I was like. That kind of makes sense. I didn't think about that, like, because like as time goes on, more and more people are like, I don't know what the fuck, man. I don't know shit about my past, and
Yeah, and people don't keep track.
it's weird.
And then it's lost.
Yeah, and what's nuts is you find like documents and like all kinds of crazy shit of people keeping track of their fucking family for like 400 years, and like at some point we stopped. We started to focus on world wars and shit, and we just stopped, and people started moving around.
And mad shit gets destroyed in
and-
them's wars too.
Yeah, and people change their name and hide their shit. Like, how many people you think
Like the Jays.
How many of them do you think moved here and assumed a name that was non-Jewish and just never followed it ever again? And
They do
and
it to
then-
not be pointed out.
that's my point. Yeah, But even like, so even like the
But other people, like Chinese people, do it, but they do it more to assimilate. They change like their first name.
yeah. But like even
All the Asian
but even
girls, they change it to Cindy.
but like some Italian people would move here and change their last name so they weren't associated with the mob.
Yeah.
You know, so if
yeah, they
moved-
would do that too.
So,
yeah.
so if they moved over here, you know, and
Or they would
weren't-
spell it a little bit differently.
Yeah.
It would be like the same name, but just like
Yeah, they take a couple letters off so it didn't sound so. Are you a greasy Italian?
yeah. And they're like, yes, I am.
Yeah. See, I mean, no,
Ciao.
I mean, bye.
C's Spanish.
Is it?
Yeah.
I think you still say C.
In Italian?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I believe so. Italian and Spanish are close.
They're weird.
Yeah, they're very similar.
I've one of these old encyclopedias from my grandparents, and the first thing on the inside cover, both pages, is a tree of all of how the European languages formed, like out of what,
That's
and they're all on
fucking
branches
cool.
and shit.
Dude, that'd be cool to see.
So it all
yeah.
starts on Indo-European, and then it branches off to German, like old German,
Yeah.
and then it goes to English and American English, and then there's branches everywhere, Iranian, and it all comes from this one language.
Languages are weird. It's weird how some languages.
That's how you tell accurate history,
Yeah,
is going through the language. There's
Yeah.
no way around it.
that's true. Because things are built out of necessity. So
Right.
if you're,
And it's built on top of one,
Yeah.
the next
Yeah.
one.
yeah,
But yeah, it's super, super fucking interesting.
that shit is mad interesting.
What the hell else I was gonna say? What were we talking about before?
Tits.
Changing names.
Yeah.
There was something I was thinking about before that.
Yeah. Why people change their names.
Um,
But how we lost our lineage during,
oh yeah,
during war times.
yeah. A lot of people just don't care.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think that was, again, my point was that was taught, right? Because those people that changed their name and hid their lineage and their past raised their kids to not,
Right.
like, don't worry about your fucking past.
Yeah,
Fuck
I think
that
that's
shit.
stupid. Like,
And then that just trickled down, and then
Yeah.
eventually we stopped. And then now we're getting curious again, like, well, what about our past? And like, I don't know. We were told to say fuck our past, so fuck our past. I don't know. What do you care?
yeah, no.
You know what I mean? It's
gives
kind of
you-
American of us.
It
It's
is.
kind of American of
It
us.
gives you like you like power and pride to know.
To know, where the fuck your lineage was
Just something.
from.
It's like
Yeah.
cool to see them, and that's
Yeah.
why like shit like this is gonna be cool for like our great grandchildren,
Yeah.
and they could like see and hear
Yeah.
their great grandparents.
We didn't have this. Yeah.
Yeah.
So 150 years from now.
Like,
this
I wonder
will
what
be
their
out there.
personality
Yeah.
was.
Yep.
Like I know my grandfather. I know his
Yeah.
personality, but like his dad and then his dad. Like it would be cool to be like, yo, I can listen to him
Yeah.
talk about shit,
Yep.
and then my great grandchildren can listen to this and be like, yo, he was
He was
fucking
fucking crazy.
retarded.
Yeah. You probably still will be at that old age, just old and retarded.
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a condition.
Yep.
But even the picture in the foyer now that I hung up, you probably didn't notice it,
I didn't.
but that's a painting from this dude, my avatar guy
Yeah.
on Facebook.
Yeah.
That's one of my relatives who was German, not royalty, nobility, old German nobility, and he was a famous painter in Austria.
Nice.
Around the same time that Hitler was going to like pursue art and shit.
Right.
So I'm pretty sure like they probably crossed paths
I
because they
would
were in the
assume.
same city.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah, because Hitler's from Austria
Yeah,
as well.
and
yeah.
they went to school in Vienna. He was
Yeah,
from
that's
Vienna.
fucking wild.
So there's like no way that they didn't cross paths.
Right.
And no matter how you feel about the Fuhrer,
Right.
no matter how you feel about him, it's interesting to think about that one of your relatives probably like spoke with him or
Right.
something.
Right.
Or at least like seen him and was like, I know that guy.
Yeah.
That's cool to fucking think about.
Yeah, and imagine if he was alive still when Hitler went that way and went.
And he was probably like, he sucks at painting.
Yeah, he's a shitty painter. Yeah.
He was
Awful.
actually pretty good
Yeah.
though. You ever look at his
Yeah.
paintings?
Yeah, I've
they
seen some of
weren't
his
bad.
paintings. Yeah, they weren't great, but they weren't that bad. No,
No, they weren't like the Mona Lisa.
no. But he didn't do too bad.
But-
He painted like stationary stuff, like
Yeah.
houses. And
Right. But painting's
like that.
hard.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
I can't paint for shit.
Art in general's hard. My stick figures look like dog shit.
Yeah.
You know?
Painting's especially hard.
Yeah. Just any kind of art.
Because I could draw, or I used to be able to,
Right.
like a little bit. Painting, never could do.
Right.
Can never get the hang of it.
Right.
That shit is rough.
Yeah, art's not my forte.
It's rough like dog barks.
I like looking at it and being like, that looks cool. Or being like, I don't care for that.
I don't like it at all.
It's stupid.
I love art museums.
Yeah, hell
Too,
yeah.
So bad. I won't ever be allowed in one again.
I mean, you will at some point. Eventually, when they stop letting people wear masks, you'll be allowed back in, buddy. But, you know. Yeah, the fucking museums are great. DC would be fun to go to. I say that I probably say that every other episode, how great DC is, because their museums are the shit and they're fucking super free.
Yeah.
You know, they're the best fucking place to go, and a lot of the, I don't know, the food's good. And it's great. Museums are dope. Philly has some good museums. I haven't been to the Franklin Institute in a long time.
You ever
That'd
go
be-
to the Barnes Foundation?
No.
Go to that one. It's in Philly.
What is it?
It's right downtown. It's some rich man's personal collection, which is insane.
Nice.
And
That sounds cool.
just the way that they have it all set up is probably the best art museum you ever went to.
All right.
Because
Yeah.
it's not set up like a regular art museum. It's just
Yeah.
like rooms with all of the paintings that he's collected, like
Yeah.
planned out to fit in the wall a certain way and shit.
Yeah.
So he has a bunch of like Van Goghs and Picassos and
That's
all
serious.
types of serious
Yeah,
shit.
that's cool.
And this is all one dude's collection.
Allentown Museum got some pretty nice stuff.
They
too,
do.
man. Like their one room with some of their older stuff. They had that one painting that's like the size of a wall almost.
Yeah.
And it's beautiful, man.
Yeah.
Like, God, some of
I
the
did a
stuff
video
was
there.
nice.
I
Yeah,
shot a video
yeah,
there.
yeah.
But
But,
this
man,
dude,
their
this
stuff is
one
awesome.
dude's collection beats the shit out of Allentown
Yeah, I
Art
bet. I
Museum.
bet. I mean,
Still.
that's crazy.
It's like not even fair.
That's crazy.
And that is crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, check it out. It's not expensive either. It's really cool.
I want to do the city pass. Like that's what I was gonna do before this whole shit happened. That was the plan.
I went to it like
do it in
2,
April.
maybe 3 times.
Yeah.
Barnes.
The city pass is dope, man. You pay like $60, I think, and you get 4 attractions. So you can go
Yeah.
to 4 different places, and you can use it over a 5-day span. So like, we were just gonna go and get a hotel for a couple days and just stay in either Philly or
You
DC
can go there for
and-
free and just like watch bums.
Yeah, but I'd rather go to the museum and see stuff. The Pleats Touch Museum is cool for the kids, and
That used to be
then
for the World's Fair.
really
That building.
really
Yeah.
cool.
They built it specifically for, I think, the World's Fair.
There's one of those fucking Lego places down there in Philly now too. I think like Legoland
Yeah.
or some crazy shit. I don't really
I
fuck
used, to
with
love,
Legos.
I used to love Legos.
I had an erector set. Remember that?
You were erect.
While I erected my erector set.
Yeah.
I was erect while I erected
Your
my erector
penis
set.
is an erector set.
It is. I used my erector set to erect my erector set.
Right.
Yep. And it was erect while I erected
Her set.
her set. But yeah, those were cool. I don't know if you remember those. They were like metal, and you had like
I think
it
I
was
remember.
cool. And you could build like robots and
I
shit
remember
out of 'em.
Kinects.
Yeah, Kinects were the shit, yo. I had mad Kinects. Those were cool. Those were cool because, like, see, like Legos. When you would buy Legos, nobody ever followed the fucking package. They'd try to build their own shit.
I always built my own shit.
There you go, right? Most people do. With Kinects, you can't really do that. It's kind of hard. So you have to really follow the directions. But it's cool. Like we had this one where we bought one of them big ass Ferris wheels, and it actually like went. It was
Yeah,
cool,
that was cool
man.
because you could buy
Yeah.
like little things to make it go.
It was a battery thing. It was a
Yeah.
little battery pack that you put on there, or we had one that you could plug in, and it was pretty fucking cool, man. Yeah,
we were
those
going through
those
some
were the
shit.
tits.
We were going through some shit the other day in one of the back rooms, and we found a whole box of just old toys, and it was just mad classic Ghostbusters.
Really?
Yeah,
We're here.
yeah.
Oh, that's cool. Some of those, depending on what they're like, what condition they're in, they're worth some money.
They're all out of the box and played with.
It doesn't matter.
But
some
they're
of
not-
them, some of them are still worth.
They're
money.
not like tormented.
Yeah, some of them are still worth.
They're pretty
something.
good, and we got
That's
a
cool.
lot.
Yeah, we used to have a ton, dude. And Ninja Turtles.
We got the whole Ghostbuster Tower for their station, their fire station.
Oh, do you really?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, see, that's good. Those are good toys. Yeah, that's good shit. I used to have that, and at one point we had the Ninja Turtles.
Sewer?
Yeah. Yeah, it came
We
with
had
like
the
the
sewer,
spike
too.
ball you can drop down.
Yeah. Yeah, I had that shit too.
That was so great. Toys back then were the shit.
I was saying earlier, there was a commercial on when the kids were watching TV for some sort of sleeping bag that's an animal or something.
Yeah.
But it reminded me of the wrestling buddies.
Hell yeah. At Merchant Square right now, they have wrestling buddies on auction. A
Yeah.
Hulk Hogan one and an Ultimate Warrior
Yeah,
one. Yep.
I remember y'all had a bunch of them.
Yeah, we had.
and we used to fuck them up.
We had we had Big Boss.
We made
Man,
like a
Hulk.
we made a whole like wrestling mat of like pillows and shit.
Yeah.
And we used to fuck them up in the
Down
basement.
in the basement, we used to have
Yeah.
a pull-out sofa, and we would take yardsticks, bro, and put
Yeah.
them in the corners and put rope around. We'd wrestle in that.
Hell yeah. And wrestle the wrestle buddies.
Mad fun.
That's how long
Yeah.
ago that shit was.
Yeah.
Mad long ago.
Yeah, because we were in like single-digit ages, like 8 and 9 years old.
Yeah.
And Marky would have been like 7.
Right.
So, yeah, it was pretty wild.
Hell yeah. I've like dreams sometimes that I'm in your old house, but I know it's kind of not your old house in my dream
It's weird. It's so weird.
because it's set up a little bit differently.
Yeah.
But in my mind, in my dream, I'm like, this is Aaron's old house.
I've had a dream before where like we were adults.
Because you had the setup where you had the stairs in the front and then the stairs would come down in the
back.
kitchen.
Yeah, those were cool.
So-
Yeah, you're right.
That's in my dream, and there's like my dream expands on the house a little bit.
Yeah.
It makes up its own shit, but I know that it's your
They
house.
redid the house a little bit. The house was for sale when we were looking for a house.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were contemplating looking at it, but I was like, I don't know if I want to just
Buy
buy
the
my old house again. It'd be
I would've.
weird. It'd be really, and I didn't want the kids to go to Allentown School District. That was the other reason.
Yeah.
So, and I don't want to pay for them to go to another fucking school.
Right.
And I don't want to take my kids to school either. I'm sorry, but if I got to pay like school taxes and shit, come get my kids and bring them home when you're done teaching them. That's what I love about Parkland. That's what they do. They come and pick them up. And if the weather's inclement and they can't bus them, no school.
Right.
Sorry, you just went to school today.
Yeah.
It's great.
And they most likely they won't get robbed either.
True. It'll be fine. I don't even know if they're gonna go to fucking school. They might do virtual
get
school
robbed.
too. I think Aubrey might do virtual.
I don't think anybody should send their kids to school if they promote wearing masks
Yeah.
the whole day. And
Yeah.
like, come on, not even a period. I'm saying, I don't even want to put that assumption out there. Don't put the masks on your kids and send them to school. It's like a prison camp. Like you have more freedom in prison.
Oh, I mean, I gotta wear mine to fucking work. I have to wear it. Either or I don't get paid, so I wear it all day. I worked like 50 some hours this
Who's gonna
week.
check you about it?
I could lose my job over it. We have to wear it. We have signs posted all over the place. So you have
Take
to
your
wear a
signs
mask.
down.
I can't. It's a corporate restaurant. I can't just do that. I can't be
Um,
like, you know what? I'm gonna be the only store that decides not to do this.
Yeah.
And I can't do that.
I would. I'm much more radical than you are.
Yeah, well, I have a lot depending on this job. Like it takes care
I
of
would've
like
got
my
a
whole
new one.
family.
I
So
would have got a new one.
you know, and I've adjusted to it honestly. Like, so I work, like I said, 57 hours. I think I worked this week, and I wore the mask all the time, the whole way through. Every now and then I pull it down to get some air and get a drink, and yeah, it sucks dicks, but I've adjusted to it. So
Yeah, I can't do it.
yeah, I'm over like even just the eye roll of it. I'm just like whatever. I'll put the fuck on. You know what I do? I just don't go places.
I don't
That's
go
what do.
places either unless I have to.
I don't go places.
Like I'm not out there antagonizing people about it, but if I have to go
Right.
somewhere, I'm not wearing it.
Right.
It's just not happening.
I'll put it on. Fuck it. If I gotta go in the store and get some groceries, I'll throw that bitch on. If I'm picking up food, I'll get it. I'll put it on. Whatever. That's it.
Nope.
Not wearing it in my car. Like I went to my bank, and the person in front of me had their fucking mask on. I'm like, yo, we're in our car. She's in the building behind a giant piece of fucking glass. What is the mask gonna? I didn't put my fucking mask on. It's stupid. And she didn't have her mask on in there either. Good for her.
Yeah.
You know why? Because she's in a building behind a giant piece of fucking glass. She doesn't
Right.
need it.
It's all the same air. Like I went to McDonald's to get one of my clients' food the other day before we hit the road to go to Virginia, and I pick her up some breakfast at McDonald's, and they have the glass things with the big hole in there.
Yeah.
I'm like, you got a big hole in your plastic? Like, the air gets in there still.
Mm-hmm.
You're still getting the air. Take this plastic down.
Yeah.
What are you doing? It's so stupid.
Yeah. It's gotten a little extreme. But and honestly, like that kind of shit, whatever. I don't go through drive-thrus anyway, so I don't even fucking care. We have plexiglass in the front of our registers too. I'm over it.
That and most of the time when I go somewhere, if nobody ever said anything to me, I would have never said a word. So what would be the difference if I just went through a place without saying a word,
right,
and having one on and not saying a word?
I get it. I mean, again, it's
if they never asked me,
whatever.
My mouth would have stayed shut the whole time.
What if you cough or sneeze?
I don't. How often do you cough or sneeze?
I don't know. I don't know what the average cough or sneeze is. Every now and then you cough and fucking sneeze. It shit happens.
It'll be fine. I'll
don't
guarantee
fucking
that
know.
I won't cough or sneeze.
I don't know.
I went into Target the other day and got some stuff, and I went with my niece, and we just walked in, and the girl said, "Hey, where's your mask?" I said, "We don't need one. It's fine." And we just went in.
Nice. Yeah, because like that's the thing. Like most places can't ask you to leave. If they're private owned, they can. But corporate places, they're not going to make you leave.
People are running they're walking a very fine line of a road to racial discrimination with that.
Yeah, well, that's the reason why you can't. And like that's the main
Right.
reason. Like when we first put the policy up, like, look, if someone comes in without a mask, we just kindly remind them, and if they're like, we don't wear a mask,
I see it.
then
Yeah.
we just let them
see
do
a
their
lot
thing.
of people
Let them do
promoting
what
the
they want.
idea that they're a private business and they can refuse who they want. Then you understand what
Yeah.
you're promoting is that you can refuse serving blacks then.
Yeah.
Like, that's what you're promoting. That's what you're
Yeah.
promoting.
I know.
I'm not saying you should do that.
Perception's reality.
Right.
And when you're like, yeah, you got to go because you're not wearing a mask. Oh, it's because, yeah, I know. That's why we don't just. Plus, we're not police.
Right.
That's what our owners say. Like, look, we're not police. What are we going to do? We're going to go and make someone get up and get out?
Right.
We're not doing that.
Yeah.
We're not asking kids or even managers to go up and tell someone to get out.
Right.
Because I had someone call me yesterday, a customer, like, I have a little bit of a complaint. I'm like, what's the problem? And he's like, I came into the restaurant and there's a group of 4 people sitting at a booth. And they all didn't have masks on, and they were all being obnoxious and loud. And he was like, and they were getting up and getting drinks and asking for condiments and stuff. And I kind of remember the group, but whatever, they're eating. What the fuck are they supposed to do?
Right.
How do you properly eat without? Like, I didn't get it.
You have to open your mouth to
So I
put
let him
food
vent
in
for a
there.
little bit. He's like, yeah. So I went outside and I was like, I just have curbside, and I wanted the food brought to me. And they brought me the food out. I'm like, okay, so
You're like, so what's your complaint?
so I'm just like, I'm sorry. Like, what's the? He's like, well, how can you let people just wear masks or not wear masks? I'm like, well, they were eating.
Right.
He's like, I understand that, but like the one guy was up there getting a soda. I'm like, well, I mean, to be honest, man, I said we don't police people. I said I'm not gonna stop somebody and say, hey, put your mask on.
Right.
You're getting a drink. That's not
You want a
our
hall
job.
pass?
Yeah, it's not our job. It's not what we do. We have signs posted everywhere. We are assuming that people can understand and read, and they can see what's going on, and they can either choose to wear it or
Ooh,
not.
that's a good
And
angle.
when they're eating,
I'm going to use that.
What?
I can't read.
there you go. But I mean, so I mean, we have pictures too. But anyway,
Yeah, I
that's,
can't. I don't even know what that is.
Yeah.
That thing.
colorblind. Can't read them.
I'm
Colorblind.
symbol blind.
There you go. It's a new thing. But yeah, so I just had to explain to him, like, look, man, we're not going to.
And I'm also
that.
not into
but-
S&M.
So he wanted to like call corporate and all that, and it was nonsense. I had to buy him a meal. I bought him a meal. I was like, look, man, come by tomorrow. I work during the day. I'll buy you some lunch. And I did. And I brought it out to his fucking car.
Right. He came.
Yeah.
What a homo.
Yep. And when I walked out there, he sat there for a minute because he didn't have his mask on. He was like, a minute, and put his mask on, rolled the window down. Here's your food.
What a gay. That guy is living in hell.
Whatever.
Those people live in their own personal hell.
And I could tell he's like genuinely scared. And you know what? Whatever. Like I who am I to judge? People.
I judge.
I know you do. I have like the intellect to, in my, or at least I feel like I do, that I just don't have the reason to judge. Like I feel like I feel like I can just accept everybody's view on it all. I really can. However,
I can't. What if you
however-
like whacking off little boys?
No, I mean about this. Corona
Oh,
thing.
okay.
Yeah. That's not going to help at all, and I frown upon that heavily. That won't help at all. But yeah, the whole Corona thing, like, however, if you believe it, if you whatever, or if you think it's really serious, you're like, oh my god, I'm gonna fucking die.
I'll
which-
laugh at him.
Whatever. Everybody can believe what they want. I've said it a million times, man. My faith in people is not very high. We are not.
It shouldn't be very high,
It's
especially
not.
now. Now it should be at your
Some
lowest.
guy today was at my job, bro.
It should be at your
There's
lowest
another one.
faith.
Some guy today was at my job, and he's like, he's like, look, man, at night when you go to bed, you gotta unplug your Wi-Fi router because that shit's weakening our immune system. All the Wi-Fi everywhere. That's why, like, I don't ever sit down and eat food. I get food to go everywhere because fuck that. They're not weakening my shit. And like, he was serious, like super fucking serious. And I'm in the back, and one of my employees like, that guy was crazy. I'm like, that's where we're at in this
Yeah.
world.
He might be right.
He's not. It's Wi-Fi.
He might be right.
It's wireless
the thing
internet.
is, if you're
it's
that,
not weakening our immune system. That is the most silly thing
he
ever.
might be right. But
He's not.
I'm gonna give you the caveat here. But if you're that worried and that is your belief, don't eat a greasy ass Five Guys burger.
So, on top of all that craziness, it was nuts. This is one. So the guy that was saying all this was like saying this like super loud and over the top to one of my other employees out there cleaning the lobby. And one of the other managers working with me while I'm in the back came up to me and was like, I know that guy. He was in one of my other stores that she worked in fucking New Jersey, another Five Guys
And
in
he was
Jersey.
still talking that same shit.
And the other manager threw him out because he was like yelling at these two people.
Yeah.
Because they had masks on. He's like, fuck that mask bullshit. Just take your shit off. What, you think I'm going to get you sick? I'm fine. And, like, he bugged out, I guess, and they had to, like, remove him from the building. Like, he was ready to, like, kill this one dude.
That's
like,
what gives everything like that's what makes everything look crazy to some people
It is crazy.
because people do that type of shit. Like,
People were mad sick before Wi-Fi.
all you got to do, like,
Oh, my God.
all anybody ever has to do on either side of the belief structures with the shit is just like, don't spaz out on other people for doing whatever they want.
Here's an idea. You want to know how to strengthen your immune system? Again, I love my job and they pay my bills, but don't come there and get a double burger with extra fucking mayo and a regular fry and a milkshake.
Right, every day.
That might help your
Every
immune
once in a
system be
while.
a little stronger.
Yeah,
Just a touch.
right.
I'm just saying. I'm pretty sure it's not the fucking Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
And I could be wrong. And if I am proven wrong, I will say I'm wrong. I apologize.
Right.
But I'm like really, really, really sure I'm not. And I'm really, really sure that most people in this world are fucking stupid. Because you probably heard it on some
There's a lot of dumb people.
nonsense, stupid, ridiculous show where people talk about things that they know nothing about. And they think they know about it because they read something about it. So now they know about it and shit. And
There are people who
frustrating.
there are
So
people who are
frustrating.
very sensitive to electronic signals and shit.
Yeah.
So they
yeah.
got to do whatever they got to do.
Exactly. That's a different scenario. But Wi-Fi isn't weakening people's immune system. That's what he was saying. He's like, that's why we're all sick. It's
Probably
fucking
not
Wi-Fi.
everybody.
So Wi-Fi come around, all of a sudden we're getting all these sicknesses. And then I'm in the back. I'm like, I remember when I was working the carnival that summer of like 2003, I think, was SARS. Because we called it carny SARS. Like if someone was coughing, oh, you got carny SARS. And then it was bird flu or whatever like that. There was no fucking Wi-Fi back then. There was none of that shit.
It's something. There's always something.
Always. There's always, and there always will be something.
Right.
A lot of our weakening immune system, to be honest,
Is our own doing.
is our own fucking doing.
Yeah.
It's our own fault.
For sure.
By being like, it's our own fault.
Sanitizing your hands too much.
Yo, I can count on one hand. I wash my
shitty
hands
diets.
a lot. I work in a restaurant, so I wash my hands. I wear gloves a lot. But as far as sanitizing my hands, I've only sanitized my hands when I've gone out in public.
Like if you like touch shit.
maybe 2 or 3 times. And if I touch shit, that's it.
No, like actual shit.
Like, oh, feces? No. Like if I'm
Yeah.
touching something, maybe. But I don't do that. Because, again, it weakens your immune system.
It does. You need germs and
Yes.
shit on you.
To build your immunity. Right. Typically, hand sanitizer is best for when you are
like a doctor.
dealing with somebody
Right.
that has a very
Food.
weak immune
Yeah,
system.
Yeah, like if you
Or
need a
somebody
sterile,
that's sick.
if you need a
Yes.
sterile environment
Yeah.
to perform surgery,
Typically, you put hand sanitizer on when you touch a newborn because newborns are susceptible to getting sick, and you can have anything on your hands. So
Right.
yes,
Sure,
I'm holding
yeah.
a person that's just freshly out the womb.
every time you touch a doorknob, you don't need to sanitize. your hands.
No, you don't wear gloves in your fucking car.
Yeah.
It's just so silly.
Go home, run some water over them. You'll be fine.
Maybe a little soap wouldn't hurt. Wash
You
your shit.
Probably might not even need that.
Oh, I mean, I wash my hands a lot.
I mean, that's fine. I don't wash my hands that often.
Right. I mean, you're not. I mean, I work in an industry where I have to, so I've gotten accustomed to washing my hands a lot, but not like I'm not one of those people like, oh, it's time to wash my fucking hands. I do it like normal times, like when
Yeah.
I touch my shit.
When you
When I-
touch shit.
When I touch shit, you wash your hands.
Right.
Maybe some other
Makes
things.
sense.
Yeah. If I sneeze or something, and instead of me doing
Right.
this or whatever, if if
You do something dirty with your hands that's
precisely
abnormal.
accurate way to describe it. When you do something dirty, something that involves some type of filth of some kind,
Then wash
you may
them.
wash, rinse, sanitize.
And we have to tell this to people again,
I
once
know.
again.
Yeah,
Like everyone's children.
I know. It's crazy.
You don't want to do away with all of the germs on your hands.
I'm at least glad people I know
They're good
came
for
around
you.
because, like, when the first few months, we couldn't get certain family together and stuff because they were just too scared. Now we're all good, and like that's what I said. The first time we all got together, a couple days later, I'm like, how's everybody feeling? Everybody good? Nobody sick? Okay, see, we'll be fine.
Yeah. I just go full hog and be like, it's not real, right?
Yeah, I know you do. That's your deal. Yeah. Yeah. So like, and we gotta wear masks in town. Like if we're going in town to certain places, which again I'm fine. If I gotta go I want to get a steak. There's a steakhouse there. I'm going out. It's my vacation. I'm gonna go in there and be like, I want a fucking steak. Just make me a steak, goddammit. And I'm gonna eat it in
Yeah.
a restaurant. And
Right.
Have a beer or 5.
Absolutely.
I can't wait. It's the first time I've eaten in a place since. I've been saving it for that. Because we were going to go to Applebee's the other day, and I'm like, I don't know.
We went to the diner up the street, and they have the outdoor shit. And we took the dog, and he was just barking at everybody. And they were like, "We can't have dogs here." And I'm like, "You should have told us that." And they're like, "You seen us walk up with the dog?"
And then you guys ordered food?
Yeah.
And you got your food?
Well, no, we were sitting there waiting for them to take our order,
Oh.
but he was barking at people. So,
Yeah.
like, I get it. They don't
Right.
want the dog barking at people.
But they should have said something before they
Right.
gave you menus and all that.
Right, yeah.
Right. Makes
So I'm
sense.
like, it's fine. We'll get it to go. And then they're like, okay. And then we sat there still until we got our food with the dog and then left. So it's the same
Really,
thing.
you could have stayed another 10, 15 minutes, ate your food,
Right,
and
and then
left.
left.
Yeah, it's so stupid.
But I went in there last week again because I just ordered shit to go because fuck it.
Right.
And then I just go in, it's no mask or anything. Everybody else has masks, but there's like a bunch of old people in there sitting eating with no mask. Everybody's no mask in there,
Right.
besides the people who work there. So I'm
Right.
like, the fucking legends back here,
Right.
about to start coming here and eat.
There you go. So now you're gonna
That's
go
how
to
you
the
know
diner.
it's a good place of business when there's people with no masks in there, just fucking
Yeah.
thugging it out. Old guys.
We have. I mean, you can have again. You're allowed technically in a restaurant right now. When you go to a restaurant, you are supposed to wear a mask into it. But once you sit at your table,
Yeah.
the mask can come
It's
off
the dumbest thing ever.
because all the tables are 6 feet apart. So technically, you're not going to get
It's all
in
stupid.
that realm. Whatever.
If you're 5 feet 11 inches, then it's a problem.
I look at it like this. That just gives me and my family a little bit more privacy.
I'm fine with space.
That's
Like
fine.
I love
Great.
space.
It's awesome.
Between people. Fine with that.
Yep.
But the reason for it is dumb.
Silly. Silly as it may be.
It's all the same air. It's not like a cloud of viruses fucking just like a floating around like a ghost waiting for you to walk into it. It's the dumbest thing ever. It's not how it works.
It's not. It's not. But it's crazy. It is. It's crazy.
That's how they make it seem that it works. but it's all dumb.
I can't believe this is still a thing.
It's gonna keep going
I
until
know.
everybody just takes it off and says, "Fuck it, I'm not doing this no more." That's the only way it stops. That's the only way it stops. There's not gonna be a time when they're like, "It's fine now."
Everything's cool.
That's not gonna happen. Eventually, people are gonna understand that.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
I'm not faithful, but
Well, our company
It's-
said that the face mask policy is in place until at least the end of this year. So we're wearing them at least until
right.
New Year's.
Yeah. It's all crazy. Hopefully it slowly fades away.